So I am ready with my brush. So I have a paint set off to the side. If you don't have a paint set, then you could use water-based markers. When you're choosing your colors to actually paint over your symbols here, I would choose something dark because you want to trick people into thinking that you know what this says, that you know how to do this already. So if you use a dark color, it'll actually hide your pencil marks. This is where you're going to pay attention to the thickness of the marks as well. If you see that one is thicker, you want to make it thicker, so I'm going to press down with my brush a little bit more. And then when I see that it gets thinner, I need to press down less. So on this line, it looks like it starts out thicker, so I'm pressing more. Towards the middle it gets skinnier, and then towards the end it gets a little thicker again. So there's a slight difference in the thickness of the line. I see that happening here as well. It's thicker at the end, so I push down more. As I get towards the middle, I lift up, so it becomes skinnier, and then I see it changing again, and it becomes thicker at the other end. So I would do the same thing here, and then here. If I notice that I can see my pencil lines showing through the marks, what I'm going to do is I'll go back over them and do a second coat of paint on top. This one looks pretty thick here, so I'm pressing down more. It gets skinny at the end, so I'm lifting up, so it gets a little thinner at the end, just like I see it on the paper. So I'm going to get a little more paint to go a little darker, thicker, thinner, thicker again. This one's pretty thick all the way down. Then I would move on to Long Life, this harder one. So again, I'm going to break it down into steps. I'm going to do this middle line first. Putting one straight through the middle makes it seem a little easier. And then the next one. So, y'all are going to keep working on yours, and again, you can pick the color you want to, but I would just pick something dark enough to go over the pencil lines. Later, as you get better at this, what you might want to do is actually do it without using the pencil marks first. So actually go straight into the paintbrush once you've practiced. So this scroll, this is just one assignment. So once you've done 3 that make sense together, then you can pick a new theme. Here I've done the ones about good feelings. So later what I could do if I want to practice more is I can pick 3 that would be the nature symbols, and I can do another scroll on a different size paper, maybe even using a different color.